और आइए अब चलते हैं आपको लेकर यूनाइटेड नेशंस के उस खास संबोधन में जिसमें भारत के पक्ष को सूझबूझ के साथ, प्रखरता के साथ में और गहराई से अपनी बात रखने के लिए जाने जाने वाले भारत के विदेश मंत्री डॉक्टर जय शंकर के संबोधन की बहुत प्रशंसा के साथ चर्चा हो रही है, क्योंकि सूत्रात्मक बात कहते हुए उन्होंने कुछ महत्वपूर्ण संकेत पूरे विश्व के सामने जो भारत और कनाडा के संबंधों को लेकर उभरे हुए तनाव है उसके बारे में भी दिए। उन्होंने बताया कि बिना कनाडा का नाम लिए कि जो राजनीतिक बाध्यताएं हैं उनको लेकर किसी राष्ट्र को आतंकवाद या एक्सट्रीमिज्म या हिंसा के संबंध में अपनी नीतियों, अपने कदमों का निर्धारण राजनीतिक बाध्यता से नहीं करना चाहिए। प्रस्तुत है जयशंकर जी के यूनाइटेड नेशंस के संबोधन के अंश, जिसमें आप ये भी गौर करेंगे कि प्रारंभ उन्होंने करते हुए कहा नमस्ते फ्रॉम भारत, जिसकी भी भारत में बड़ी चर्चा हो रही है क्योंकि इंडिया और भारत चर्चा के विषय बने हुए हैं।
I now give the floor to His Excellency Subramaniam Jay Shankar, Minister of External Affairs of India.
Mr. President, Excellencies, distinguished members of the General Assembly, Namaste from Bharat. Let me begin by expressing our felicitations to the President of the General Assembly, His Excellency Dennis Francis, and our fullest support to the 78th UNGA's theme of rebuilding trust and reigniting global solidarity. This is an occasion to take stock of our achievements and challenges, even while sharing our aspirations and goals. And indeed, in regard to both, there is much that India has to share. Mr. President, the world is witnessing an exceptional period of turmoil. As it is, structural inequities and uneven development have imposed burdens on the global south. But stresses have been aggravated by the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and the repercussions of ongoing conflicts, tensions, and disputes. As a result, socio-economic gains of recent years have been rolled back, resources for sustainable development are severely challenged, and many countries really struggle to make ends meet. After all, the global multidimensional poverty index records that we have halved the global MPI value in the last 15 years, lifting 415 million people out of poverty. That progress has now moved on to a higher level with ambitious socio-economic initiatives covering financial inclusion, food and nutrition, health and water supply, as well as energy and housing. We are seeking to demonstrate that social welfare need not be the sole prerogative of the developed world. Excellencies, programs underway in India highlight the transformational role of digital delivery of public goods. It has facilitated scaling up, it has enhanced efficiency, and it has combated corruption. The national objective of leaving no one behind is forging ahead in so many dimensions. Moreover, the democratization of technology has opened mindsets, instilled confidence, and inspired innovations. Excellencies, In our deliberations, we often advocate the promotion of a rules-based order. From time to time, respect for the UN Charter is also invoked. But for all the talk, it is still a few nations who shape the agenda and seek to define the norms. This cannot go on indefinitely, nor will it go unchallenged. A fair, equitable, and democratic order will surely emerge once we all put our minds to it. And for a start, that means ensuring that rule makers do not subjugate rule takers. After all, rules will work only when they apply equally to all. Mr. President, we must never again allow an injustice like vaccine apartheid to recur. Climate action, too, cannot continue to witness an evasion of historical responsibilities. The power of markets should not be utilized to steer food and energy from the needy to the wealthy. Nor must we countenance that political convenience determines responses to terrorism, extremism, and violence. Similarly, respect for territorial integrity and non-interference in internal affairs cannot be exercises in cherry picking. When reality departs from the rhetoric, we must have the courage to call it out. Without genuine solidarity, there can never be real trust. This is very much the sentiment of the Global South. Next year, the United Nations will be hosting the Summit of the Future. This should serve as a serious opportunity to drive change, champion fairness, and reform multilateralism, including the expansion of the Security Council memberships. We must address global challenges imbued with the conviction that we are one Earth and one family with one future. Excellencies, friends, India has entered the Amrit Kal, a quarter century where greater progress and transformation awaits us. We are confident that our talent and creativity, now so visibly unleashed, will power us forward. The world saw a glimpse of what is to come when our Chandrayaan-3 landed on the moon. Today, our message to the world is in digitally enabled governance and delivery, in the widening ambit of amenities and services, in rapidly growing infrastructure, and in our energetic startup culture. It is visible too in vibrant cultural expressions, such as in the arts, yoga, wellness, and lifestyle. Our latest assertion is in a path-breaking legislation to reserve 1/3 of the seats for women in our legislatures. Mr. President, I speak for a society where ancient traditions of democracy have struck deep modern roots. As a result, our thinking, approaches, and actions are now more grounded and authentic. As a civilizational polity that embraces modernity, we bring both tradition and technology equally confidently to the table. It is this fusion that today defines India, that is Bharat. I thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the Minister of External Affairs of India.